Okay, if you're wondering how much Lyft costs, it doesn't cost much. That's one of the reasons why it's one of the most successful companies in America right now, and one of the most rapidly growing things there are, Lyft. I mean, the rideshare industry just took off, and Lyft is pretty much half of that. So, how much does it cost? Well, that depends on where you're located, and for the most part, it's pretty cheap. It was 92 cents per mile here in San Diego just until today, and then it changed. It's $1.12 a mile, and there's also a fee, 15 cents per minute per waiting time. So right there, those are the prices, and that's here. So you can just use that. But just know it's going to be a little different in your area. Inland California, I've seen it as low as 74 cents. So it could go down that low. I think it might be a little higher in some cities where you just don't go that far, like New York and Las Vegas. It's slightly higher, but for the most part, it's 3 times cheaper than a taxi cab used to be, and you're going to get a nice car. You're going to get into a newer car, maybe some kind of Toyota Prius or some kind of Honda or some 4-cylinder, little 4-banger. That's usually what you're going to get picked up in some kind of Kia, that type of car, and you're going to be able to rate your driver 1 to 5 stars. Now, be nice to him or her. They do have a high rating, like a 4.8 or a 4.9. So most people have liked their services. So if they're underneath a 4.6, they will be fired. So don't go and give them a 1 star unless they really deserve it. They will be fired. So as far as how much Lyft costs, it doesn't cost much. It costs about between 90 cents and $1.20 per mile. And then between 10 and 20 cents per waiting time, sometimes down 10, 15 cents. So right there, you can use a promo code, and with Lyft, you can actually get 10 free rides. Now, it's not exactly 10 free rides. It's $5 off your first 10 rides. Sorry, it's worded 10 free rides, but that's just how they word it. So if you use that code right there and just plug it in, you will get the 10 free ride code. Or you can just follow the link down below and you'll be directed right to the correct spot. That's pretty much it. It's really cheap, and you also get started even cheaper. The rides are going to be pretty much free depending on how long you're going. Use that code, get started, download the app, and enjoy Lyft. It's a great service. You're going to have a ton of fun just pressing that button and seeing a car arrive. The first time you do it, it's just amazing. The first time you do it, to see a car drive. You can also, enjoy yourself. You can have a few drinks, go out for the evening, press the button. Be sure to keep your battery intact and don't run out of battery like I'm doing right now with my 1% battery here. Okay, don't do that, because then you won't be able to. Oh, did my phone die? Well, no, it hasn't died yet, but I have 1% battery and it's about to die, so you know what's going to happen. Make sure you keep your battery on. That's the main thing. That's the main difference. Your smartphone is pretty much what made Lyft and happen. That's what made it happen. Before we had these great smartphones, we had to call a number and get a cab, or just hope one was going to be there, hail one, call a friend. It was much harder. These days, have the app downloaded, press the button, get to where you need to go. If you don't like the service, rate it lower than 5 stars. It's really simple. Use that code, get started. Also, if you want to be a driver, Lyft is cheap, but you might want to be a driver anyway. They are offering bonuses of up to $1,000 right now for new drivers. Use that code, and then you'll get up to $1,000 as a new driver if you complete a certain number of rides in a certain amount of days, if you complete the ride requirement. So follow the links below, and